I wasn't even planning on making this video, but I had so much fun at the Descanso Gardens Enchanted Forest event that I wanted to share a quick video about it. This event began at the end of November and runs through January 9th. A visit to the garden at night certainly lives up to the name. It feels like you're visiting an enchanted forest where you'll see fairies and other mythical creatures as you explore the grounds. To me, it felt more like an art show than the traditional light-up experiences you'll see around Southern California. I really enjoyed it, and here's all the information. The 1 mile trail takes you on a walk through the gardens, and there are 10 different experiences, each noted with a number that you can see while exploring. Here are all the experiences, but believe me, this place needs to be seen on its own and a video will not do it justice. Also, if you want to be surprised, then just skip the rest of this video and let the experience unfold for you as you visit. After you enter the gardens, the first experience you'll see is Flower Power. This installation features hundreds of tulip-shaped lights on the ground that change colors and dance to the music. It is beautiful, and it's one of the more popular exhibits there. Heading on, you'll quickly get to the Rainbow Sycamores, which is a series of lit up columns that react to touch and change colors. There isn't as much to see at this one, but many of the exhibits here are interactive, which is really fun. Next up, you'll walk to an experience known as Starlight Garden. This area has a walkway of stars that leads you into one of the coolest parts of the garden. Here there are a collection of houses made out of what looks like stained glass. I really liked this one because the lights created beautiful shadows coming off of the houses as you walked around to see each of them. Lightwave Lake was next, and this one was a little hard to see as the trees have grown up around the lake and make it difficult for you to see the lights on the water. It had a fun interactive element though, where you could change the color of the lights on the trees to different hues with the spinning knobs. There was also an area to get drinks here and just to hang out. As you walked from experience 4 to 5, there was a small pond which had a large light that looked like the moon reflecting on the water. This was not even one of the mapped experiences, but it was just a random display, and it was easily one of the most beautiful things I saw in the garden. There was benches next to the water, and I just sat here for a while and soaked it all in, watching all the people come and take pictures with the moon. Heading on, the last 5 exhibits are more large-scale installations than the previous few were, and they are ones that you really want to experience for yourself. The first was the Symphony of Oaks. This installation had raised platforms at the base of oak trees and allowed you to walk on them and create music by standing on the lights. There was many different platforms, so your party could experience it by yourself and not be around other people. The next was the Fantasy Forest. This was another favorite of mine as it was beautifully curated lights and ambient sounds as you walked through the towering trees. The trees here are majestic on their own, and it was peaceful to see the lights slowly change as you walked below them. There were many pathways and areas to explore here, and I probably missed things in this section as it seemed so big and immersive. The forest gave way to the next experience, which was the Luminous Lawn. This lawn area had large art pieces scattered around, with many that had lights that rotated inside of them, giving off an awesome shadow. A few actually allowed you to go inside as well. This seemed to be a popular Instagram photo spot, and it was also where I realized that I had already been here for an hour and it felt like time was flying by being able to see all of these unique experiences. As I continued on and made it to another forest, much like the first in the experience, but with different types of trees and stunning light displays. This is another section that had many different trails that you could stroll down if you wanted to take it all in. With only 2 experiences left, the next was the Pixel Grove. This area is more psychedelic with its linear lights and fog. It was a maze-like path that you walked through to experience the lights that were changing colors all around you. The last experience took you to the Japanese garden for what they called the Garden of Good Fortune. Here there were hundreds of red lanterns all along the water and throughout the garden. It was a fitting end to the experience as there were so many different photo opportunities, and it was just fun to stroll through the garden and soak it all in. Honestly, as a photographer, this entire experience was one of the coolest light experiences I've had in a long time. After leaving the Japanese garden, you were back at the entrance, completing the mile loop and what was about 2 hours in the gardens for me. It is a little pricey at around $32 a person when I went, so you would have to decide whether it's worth it for your family. I can honestly say that's one of the most unique holiday experiences I've had in a while though, and I loved every second of it. I think it'll probably become a yearly tradition for me to visit. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you on the next video.